how I accidentally went from 1K per month to 5K per month with copywriting. This is what I'm going to reveal you in this video. And so at the end of this video, you're also going to discover that everything you need to get 5K per month is already within you. You already got everything you need. You don't need more experience. You don't need more client results. You don't need to be more talented or smarter, know better English. You don't do any of this that you might be thinking right now. If you can text your friends, you can write a groceries list, and you can ask a random person on the street for directions, you can get 5K per month copywriting, which you're going to realize by the end of this video. After you watch this, you're going to have all the motivation you need in the planet. You're not going to need anything else. So I'm going to share with you exactly how I went from 1K per month to 5K per month with copywriting in just a few months, plus share with you some of my biggest lessons that I learned after being in the game for 3 years. And in the end, the final thing you're going to learn is my biggest outer secret that has allowed me to land all of my clients and how I can do the same for you. So now that we're done with the fucking copy and the teasing and getting you hooked in this video, so maintain your attention, let's get to the good stuff. So it's March 2023. After outreaching for almost 6 months, 9 months, something like 6-7 months, I think it was April actually. April 2023, I managed to land my first 2 copywriting clients that paid me $500 a month each. I remember being on calls with my family and I was literally telling them, oh, I'm already making income. I'm already making more income than I would be making on college and this and that. I don't need anything else. I could just stop getting more clients and I'd still be just like everybody else. And of course, I wouldn't be everybody else, but you get the point. And when I land these two $500 per month clients, I'm like, Dad, I'm rich. I'm quitting college because I thought I was financially free. That is what I was telling him. I thought I was financially free with 1K per month. Now I consider like a 5K per month to be fucking garbage. It's garbage. I feel like I didn't make any money. So the weird part that happened is that one of those clients died, and this is not an exaggeration, and another one of these clients got cancer. So I ended up broke again. And I had to quit college. So I didn't know what to do. So I was a very lucky person. As you can see, I was a very lucky copywriter, you know. I landed the first clients and both of them, something happened to them. I wish they're good though. I wish they're good wherever they are. So what I did, I got back to outreach. So I kept outreaching every single day, all day, without getting any results, not knowing what I was doing wrong, but knowing that something was wrong. Because I was outreaching every single day, all day, not getting the results I wanted, and I realized that something was off. I wasn't as smart enough to know that, okay, if I keep doing more of what doesn't work, it won't mean that it will work. Even though I did it, and I went from working 10 hours to 16 hours a day, finally something clicked. So I became a basement goblin. My life became even worse, and I started outreaching every single day, all day, from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed. I literally had dreams of outreach. I remember one day, I think I woke up and I was crying or something. Maybe I wasn't crying. Maybe I heard this story from another person. Fuck it, I don't care. I finally cracked the code and I had 2 projects with 2 of the biggest info product clients in their niches. As you can see here, up from payments from 2 big projects. And the crazy part is, I never thought that was going to be me. I never thought I was going to be me. I never thought I was going to be making money. I never thought I was going to, get fucking rich. I never thought I was the type of copywriter who would be able to get their client results. I was always like, yo, why would they hire me? Why would they hire that other copywriter out there? I was like, I had all these limiting beliefs that everybody else was better than me. I used to be like, no confidence, no nothing. And I don't blame me, because look at me. This is what I looked like a couple of years ago. Look at how skinny I am. Skinny, didn't know how to fight, no confidence. And the reason I thought all of this was not possible for me is because for my entire life, almost all my life, I was getting bullied at school. I was being told I was stupid and feeling like I wasn't worth anything my entire life. And so all of these limiting beliefs, here's the thing about limiting beliefs, that the secret that nobody knows is that all of your limiting beliefs come from your childhood. What you think is a copywriting specific limiting belief is actually not a copywriting limiting belief. It's actually something else. So if you have like a limiting belief that is like, I'm not worth anything, why would they want to hire me? It basically comes from another thing. Or if you hop on a sales call, for example, and you're afraid to take the lead and you're afraid to ask them questions is because probably, just gonna take this, I'm just gonna speak from experience right now. I was getting on calls, I wasn't speaking, I wasn't confident enough to charge the prices that I wanted, I wasn't confident enough to ask the questions, and the reason for that is that every time I was in school and I used to ask like a question or something, and I used to try to say something smart, and I used to do anything, I used to take the initiative, I was always getting laughed at by everybody. Laughed at, bullied, you know. I was remember getting bullied in front of like 50 people, which is okay, and because of that, a limiting belief was created. Because limiting beliefs get created to protect you. That's what they're for. The limiting beliefs are there to limit you. They're there to limit you so you don't get hurt. You get what I mean? So limiting beliefs would be like, don't jump off the cliff because you're gonna die. That's also a limiting belief. So yeah, limiting beliefs are to serve you in a way, but most likely they keep you behind. So, and despite all of those limiting beliefs, despite all of the bullying that I went through, despite being told that I wasn't worth anything my entire life, I still managed to hit my first 13.5k a month in April last year. And this is just the Stripe. I got more on PayPal and Revolut, and I got some other payment processors. So I managed to get my first 20.5k per month since. And despite what the gurus may tell you, because every guru fucking tells you, oh, get to 10k per month as a complete fucking beginner, no experience, no nothing, in 30 days. No. What they're talking about is this. Listen very closely. This is very important. What the gurus tell you all the time is that you're gonna get to 10k per month in 30 days after joining my program if you're already making money, and if you're already got experience, and if you're already good at your skill, and if you already got this and this and this and this. This is what they mean. But they fucking lie to you so you can buy their course. And then it's like, the other thing is, like, thousands of people buy their course, but like only 5 to 10 people are successful, which is insane. That means that the program isn't really that good. For example, I got people joining my mentorship in the first couple of days they're landing clients. 30 to 90 days afterwards they're making 2 to 5k per month. Like almost all of them. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. But all of them are fucking progressing. They're seeing progress. They're falling in love with the progress, and that's insane. So it took me 15 months. Don't believe what the gurus are telling you. So the reason I'm saying accidentally is because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I wasn't good at copy. Like, my writing sucked. If you ask any of the people I know, especially my family, they're gonna laugh at. If you were to tell them 3 years or 4 years ago, I would be writing for a living, they would be like, you're writing? What do you mean writing? You can't even describe a window. You can't even describe a fucking door. A fucking wooden door. You wouldn't be able to describe it. And that's something that I have talked to my parents about, by the way. I didn't come up with this out of my ass. So, I didn't know the best outreach method, because I just got in the game. I just got in the game. How would I know the best outreach method? I had no business experience. The only thing I knew about business, by the way, is when we were on school, because I was studying some economics, some basic shit. Don't remember anything. The only thing I know about business is that businesses sell goods that customers want to buy. That is it. So no business experience, no outreach experience, no sales calls experience, no marketing experience, no copywriting experience, nothing. Didn't have a fancy background. As you can see, I didn't have like a fancy grow up either. I was like a fucking skinny dude who probably played video games for every spare second they had, besides, studying and stuff. That was all I was doing. I wasn't going outside of my home. I didn't have any friends, nothing. I wasn't socializing. If you listen to my communication skills 1.5 years ago, you're going to be like, bro, what the fuck is this? This sounds so weird. You sound like a clown. That's what you're going to think. So probably it was worse than you. So I also didn't have a personal brand. Go ahead and see when I made my first posts. It's probably less than a year ago. So you're going to notice I didn't have a personal brand, no experience, no fancy background, didn't have writing skills, no sales experience for me to somehow convince them to hire me, even though it was garbage. No, nothing, none of that. Yet I still landed those premium clients. So this means you don't need to be the best to work with these business owners. If I wasn't the best to work with these business owners, why would you need to be the best to work with these business owners? Doesn't make sense. If I did it, why not you? I probably had it worse than you. Couldn't speak English, couldn't do anything. So you don't need experience to get experience. That's pretty self-explanatory. You don't need to be good at writing to become good at writing. You don't need to know anything about business, sales, marketing to learn about business, sales, or marketing. You see, you don't need to be fucking shredded to get shredded. You don't need to know how to cook to learn how to cook. You don't need to know how to drive to learn how to drive. It's like a fucking copywriting, making 5-10K per month with copywriting is exactly like driving. You don't just get out of your mother tomb and you already know how to drive. No, it's a fucking skill. You learn it. But the only difference is that this skill makes you rich. It can buy you Lambos and stuff, you know? And so something else I realized, one of my biggest lessons, is that nothing happens and everything happens, which is like the bamboo tree analogy, which is not a bamboo, it's like a fucking cactus, but this is the next best thing I found. So shut the fuck up. Nothing happens and everything happens. So look at, let me take you an example. So I land these two 500-month clients in like 2 to 3 days. I land them next to each other, like at the same time almost. So nothing happened for 6 months. I landed these two $500 per month clients. Then nothing happens for another 6 months or something, and I land this 2 5K, 6K projects, right? So nothing happens, everything happens. It's like the bamboo tree analogy that I really like using. So there's this tree that you plant it for, like, let's say you plant it in day 1. Then 1 year afterwards, even though you've been planting it, you've been treating it well, it doesn't grow. It hasn't grown. Then 2nd year, you still plant it, you still water it, you still whatever, doesn't grow. 3 years in, the same. 4 years in, the same. And then in the 5th year, within like a couple of weeks, it takes like 100 meters or 50 meters of growth or something, I don't know, in like 20 days or something. And it's like crazy. It goes from 0 to looking like a fucking centuries old tree, you know. It's insane. It's insane. That is what's happening. And that is the same thing with copywriting. Right now, maybe you're not seeing the results you want to see. Maybe you're not landing the clients you want to see, you want to land. Maybe you're not making the money you want to make. But if you stay in the game, like I promise you, this is going to be you. This is going to be you. This little cactus here, maybe you're right here. This is going to be like you, you know, growing. It's going to be like you. So even if you have the worst outreach process in the world, even if you have no client results, even if you don't know how to write copy, you're still going to land clients if you do it again and again. Because the truth is, copywriting is like Hunger Games. I don't know if you used to play this survival games, Hunger Games, whatever they were called, on Minecraft, on the Hypixel server. I used to play them a fuck ton. And I realized that Hunger Games and copywriting is exactly the same thing. The person who wins is like the person who stays alive last. This is the person who wins. And that's in every single game, every single video game you're going to play. The person who wins is the person who lives last. And it's the same thing with like the movie, which is the Hunger Games, with Katniss and stuff, you know. The person who wins, you know, the island and stuff and gets to go home alive is the person who survives longer. It's the same thing. The only difference is that you don't die here. That is the only difference. So you don't need the best outreach method to land clients or any of that BS. So I followed up for longer with these premium clients, so I got more clients. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? I followed up for longer, so I got more clients, right? Because here's the thing, the biggest outreach secret that I promised you in the beginning is that it's all about timing. It's all about the right timing and showing the character traits that business owners would literally sell the kidney to hire you, right? So timing, which comes from follow-up, which, because here's the thing, maybe their goldfish died, okay? Maybe they broke up with their girlfriend. Maybe their house got on fire. Maybe aliens kidnapped their kid. I don't fucking know. It's all about timing. You show up in their inbox for a long enough time. You build the know, like, and trust. You also show the character traits that they want to hire you for, which is consistency, hard work, and all this stuff. They're going to be hiring you. Like, I've literally hopped on sales calls. I've literally been following up with people since the first day that I found out what copywriting is. And I followed up with them. And 1 year later, I land them as a client. Or I go on a call with them. And they're like, yo, I really love your consistency. You've been following up with me for like a year. I couldn't help but give you a chance. This is what they're telling me. So this tells you, watching this right now, sitting there, that you don't need the best outreach method. You don't need any of this. You just need to take action. That's it, literally. And you gotta realize that everything happens. No, nothing happens and then everything happens. This is what's happening. And this is what took me from 0 to 1K per month. And it literally what took me from 1K to 5K per month. It literally what took me from 5K to 10K. It's so easy. It's so easy. Nothing happens. Everything happens. Every time you feel discouraged from now on, I want you to think about this analogy here, that you're going through the invincible progress phase, because you're always making progress, whether you know it or not. The only difference is that sometimes you're making visible progress. Maybe you're landing clients or getting on sales calls. while the other time you're planting seeds. A farmer doesn't plant a seed and he's like, oh, next day I'm gonna have a crop. No, he plants the seed, he waits, he waters it, whatever, and then a couple months later, or a year later, whatever, he has the clients. Not the clients, he has the fucking fruit to eat. But you get the point. So the same is with copywriting. You stay around for longer, you're gonna land the clients that everybody wants. Follow up for more time, you're gonna land the copywriting clients in the world. And so yeah, this is what I want to share with you. Hope you got some value out of this. If you want to see more of this value, make sure to join the free Telegram below, because I'm sending you daily value bombs that you can use to get clients and write better copy. And I'm also hosting free coaching calls there. It's like no pitch, no secret agenda, nothing. Just me spreading goodwill. And yeah, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you on the next one. Love you.